we're doing another unscripted one because they're just so much easier. They're also a lot more fun, and most bigger YouTubers do them this way, so I think the unscripted format's a little bit of a good thing. What's up, everybody? D-Man back. Welcome to a brand new video, and today we're going to be doing another Godzilla Vs Kong news and updates. We got some actual news to report on. It's epic. Alright, what are we looking at? So this all comes to us from Grimoru Island. I'm actually going to be doing multiple videos breaking down this first article because there's some interesting stuff that we got to talk about within it that I'm not going to get into detail with in this video because it's too good. I got to hold it off for its own video. I'm just so excited about it. Alright, last week, and I have done videos previously, just a little bit ago. Actually, it was like one of my last videos in which I talked about how there is a Godzilla vs Kong something or another happening at some European expo. Now it's been confirmed it was at Cinema Europe 2019. It was last week. Warner Brothers held a panel. I don't know how it took us a full week to learn about this, where they showcased Joker, which comes out in a week, so that should be fun. I actually don't know how that's gonna go. I'm kind of nervous for it. Joker comes out in a week. They showcased Wonder Woman and Godzilla vs Kong. Yes! So they were presenting their next lineup for movies upcoming, including their 2020 lineup. A representative at that convention stated, is it a convention or a conference? I'll call it a conference. A representative at that conference stated, in the film, the characters of Japanese and American cultures will come face to face, Godzilla and King Kong. So he's officially referred to as King Kong here. He's not usually referred to as King Kong in the Monsterverse. First of all, that's fun. I like that. Second of all, I don't love this sentiment. This is something we've been seeing a lot lately of like, oh man, it's the East versus West. It's America versus Japan. I don't like that. Why are we trying to put ourselves at odds with Japan? Why can't it just be one character versus another? I don't know why we have to make it America versus Japan. I get it. They're two iconic monsters from two different countries. Great. It's not like this is Japan's Godzilla. Toho very much don't consider this their Godzilla at all. So it's like, this is America's Godzilla versus America's King Kong. I don't know what it is about that bothers me so much, but there is something about it that bothers me whenever people reference it that way. Like, oh yeah, it's America versus Japan. It's the East versus the West. I don't know why. I really don't understand what it is. Like, even I know it's quite silly to be thrown off by that, but I don't like hearing it referred to like that for some reason. I can't tell you why. All right, the deal, I really wish they didn't do this. The dealers promise a technically perfect movie that delivers larger than life, high quality spectacle and special effects. Using the term technically perfect in association with a movie. No movie's technically perfect. I get it, they're trying to hype it up, but like, wow, that's a big sell. The movie's gonna be perfect? Oh, I hope so. I really do, but no movie has ever been perfect, so we'll see about that. A technically perfect movie delivers high quality spectacle. Awesome. I'm really excited about the big fights, you know? We're all excited about seeing them duke it out, and then great special effects. Sure, I really liked the special effects in the Monsterverse thus far. I actually have seen a lot of people in my comment section saying that King of the Monsters is the one with the worst special effects. I don't necessarily agree with that. Kong Skull Island I actually don't think has bad special effects at all. There's a couple scenes with bad green screen. The green screen's the only thing that throws that movie off, because otherwise Kong looks beautiful in that film. The skull crawlers look awesome. The special effects, the visual effects themselves look great. It's just some of the matching with the human characters and the green screens don't always look good, especially because most of that movie's filmed on location. So when you get those green screen scenes, it's really noticeable because everything looks so beautiful in that film other than like a couple scenes here and there. I guess the same thing can be said with Godzilla King of the Monsters, because there are a couple moments in Godzilla King of the Monsters where I notice, things look a little bit too animated here, whereas they shouldn't. They should look a little bit more realistic. And I have talked about that on the channel previously, but I think so far the Monsterverse has delivered spectacular special effects. Godzilla 2014 masks most of its special effects in smoke and darkness, but I think they look amazing from what we can see of them. They do look great. Kong Skull Island, for the most part, other than like I said, one or two shots, looks beautiful, and Godzilla King of the Monsters, I guess I should have said beautiful for the adjective to be Godzilla King of the Monsters, because that's what I would describe it as. Everything is painting-esque. Everything is so pretty to look at. The head of Caro Premier, what on earth even is that? He assured the presence in the hall that the confrontation of icons from different film universes and the desire to find out who truly triumphs will foster an event of excitement and interest in the film among wide audiences. So he's just saying the film's gonna have a wide appeal. Sure, giant monsters beating each other up isn't exclusive to your country. You don't need to speak another language to watch two monsters beat each other up and understand it. It's like music, I guess. You don't necessarily need to understand the lyrics of the song to get the tone of the song, you know? You don't need to understand multiple languages to recognize a smile. That kind of thing. It's like, we're all familiar with giant monsters beating each other up. It's got universal appeal. Apparently not, because some people don't like that and they're what I call idiots. It's got universal appeal in terms of it can appeal to anyone from any demographic, not that it will appeal to everyone from every demographic. Here's the final note, which is really exciting for all of us. A clip of Godzilla vs Kong was shown at the panel with reports noting it being spectacular despite needing polish on the visual effects. It was admitted that the previous outing of the MonsterVerse, meaning Godzilla King of the Monsters, missed the cash mark in Russia. I guess they were saying that the movie underperformed in Russia. I don't necessarily think that is the only place it underperformed, but sure, it underperformed in Russia. Yeah. Okay, so footage of the movie was shown at this conference. This is the first time we've ever heard officially that footage was shown. Also, they say the visual effects here looked pretty good, except they need to be polished. That's a great thing to hear. The movie still got 6 months to go. We know from the King of the Monsters trailers, they really make good use of those 6 months. They can really take special effects that don't look great or clearly need polish and make them look so crisp and clear and beautiful. I have full faith in them. If the special effects are already looking good as they are, I have full faith in them. Also, the fact that footage has officially been shown now is a pretty big deal, because from what we've heard previously at Cine Europe, there was a first look at Godzilla vs Kong. We don't know if that was a still image or footage or what it was. Hearing now officially confirmed that footage was shown last week. That means that footage is ready to be shown to the public. And now that we know that, I think the chances or the possibility of us getting Godzilla vs Kong footage within the next few weeks, like I said, October, I think halfway through October is going to be around our mark for the first trailer, it gets incredibly more likely. I'm thinking we could see Godzilla vs Kong get a trailer soon. So there's a little bit more to this first article that I will be breaking down in a separate video, because I think it's worthy of talking about in its own video, so we're not going to do that here and now today. But that is what we have for the first thing. Now, moving on to the second thing, because there's also stuff we could talk about there. It was yesterday, there was a big 74th anniversary, I don't know what it was. It was a big conference. Yep, it was a big conference held. Warner Brothers was in attendance. They showed off things from their 2020 lineup within that presentation. There was a Godzilla vs Kong presentation there. This is a little bit more vague than what we just covered. So this is just like, yeah, they showed Godzilla vs Kong, something of Godzilla vs Kong. We don't exactly know what, but they showed it there. I'm assuming it's the footage. I think this is talking about the same thing. This was a French thing, so it actually might be different, because it seems like the other one might have been a Russian thing, and this one seems like a French deal. So maybe there was two different presentations held, and maybe both of the presentations showed Godzilla vs Kong stuff. If that's the case, that is a much better sign for us that there is stuff ready to be shown to the public that they might present soon to the public, either online or somewhere else at New York Comic-Con. Actually, I'm thinking New York City Comic-Con might be a big point for them to do a reveal for Godzilla vs Kong. Gomuru Island notices that Warner Brothers is kicking into their marketing plans for Godzilla vs Kong, specifically for their 2020 films, I guess. In European territories, they're trying to get that overseas territories locked in for interest in the movie so that box office performance can do well there. I don't think this is going to be our main demographic for Godzilla vs Kong. Warner Brothers seems to be targeting, or I guess Warner Brothers, Legendary, and Wanda, if they're involved. I don't entirely know. Warner Brothers and Legendary seem to be targeting Asia and America primarily for these movies. Of course, the movies are US-based movies, so they want a big US draw. However, they made it clear during the Godzilla King of the Monsters box office run that their main target was Asian territories like China and Japan. That's where they really wanted the movie to do very well, and it did well in Japan. I think it performed pretty well in China. I'd have to look into that a little bit more. I think King of the Monsters did well in China. I know in America it underperformed a little bit, and in some other places it underperformed a little bit, which brought that overall total down. Again, I want to make it clear that the movie was not a box office flop. They were satisfied with the numbers. However, it was underperforming from what they really wanted it to do. So although it was a bit of a disappointment, it wasn't a tragedy like a lot of news articles make it out to be. Headlines just really like to overdo things. They really like to sensationalize everything so that they can get your clicks and whatnot. That's just the way it works. But that's everything going on a little bit. Like I said, there is a little bit more to break down from that other article, but I'm saving that for its own video, so you can look forward to that later on. That's everything we know so far. There was footage of Godzilla vs Kong shown. I'm really excited about that. I don't know what the footage entailed, but there was footage of the movie shown with special effects heavy shots that apparently look good. I'm very excited for this. I think Godzilla vs Kong has some reveals in in store for us within the next 31 days. Thank you guys all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you guys next time for the next one. D-Man, out.